Hi, I'm Stephanie Lowry, and I want to thank everyone for sharing my previous video about the whopper of a lie behind a prominent Measure F supporter's luxury tax claim last week. Due to your help getting the word out, the newspaper corrected the record in a column printed last Friday. Now, with just a couple of days left before elections, I've found another whopper worth sharing. Over the weekend, I decided to reread the text on Measure F on the county elections website. I trust the people over at the elections department, even if they may feel a little more loyal to the public employee union that backs Measure F than I do, so I didn't expect to see anything new or different. You can imagine how surprised I was to find that an important part of the ordinance, the description of the Citizen Advisory Committee, was missing from the posting of Measure F online. Here's a little background. On tax measures you may have seen in the past, it's not uncommon for a provision of the measure to create an independent board to oversee how politicians spend the monies collected. It's a citizen oversight committee and it's an important check on political spending. Some Measure F supporters have talked about this provision that's missing from the election department's webpage as if it is an oversight commission. But if we look at another copy of Measure F, we see that the missing language reveals just the opposite. The members of the Citizen Committee and Measure F are selected by the Board of Supervisors, the very politicians in charge of deciding how Measure F funds will be spent. So let me get this straight. The members of the Oversight Commission will serve at the pleasure of the very people they are supposed to be questioning. You've probably never accused your boss of financial mismanagement, even though you might have thought about it. The reason why you kept your thoughts to yourself is the same reason why Measure F Citizens Advisory Committee won't provide effective oversight on the politicians that appoint them. So what do I think? Measure F supporters should tell the truth. Before we tax people, let's get these details right. Draft an ordinance you don't have to lie about, one that specifically shows how it will help libraries not just expand county payrolls. Look at alternatives to taxation, and we may have something to talk about. But for now, I urge you to vote no on Measure F. Okay, so question. Can I say F Measure F on Facebook?